Today we are going to learn about effects. So effects are those which changes or it's an operation that runs whenever one or more signal value changes. And effects always run in injection context. So we'll be taking those in today. So let's go to our example. So our example has a signal called count and a double count. Double count is a computed signal. So and there is a set count which sets it to 20 and an update count which updates each value by 1. Now I am going to write an fs. Fs always comes in an injection context. That means we have to write fs in a constructor. With here I'll write effect console log this dot count is equal to this dot count. We can write like this. And I'll come over here. What I'll do is, okay, there is a comma expected where, okay, there is a brace is expected. I'll open the console here. I'll make it little bit 0 big and you can see this dot count is 0 repeated and now I'm updating into 1. So whenever the signal is updated as 1 we can see the count is 1 in the console. So in simple words, if you want an operation to be run whenever a particular value changes, we'll go for effects. Now let me see, instead of effect I'll put it as double count, I'll put it as differences. Okay, we'll put it as not count the double count. Double count is equal to 0 and we'll put the update. Update is 2 and what happens over here is whenever I update the count, the double count also get updated and every time effort also runs. So effort always runs at least once whenever any of the signal value changes. Fs runs again. Only track signals which are written in the most recent execution. So there is one difficulty. Like what I'm going to do is over here is I'm going to print the value of double count as such. I'm going to put an effort condition. This dot double count greater than 0. I'm going to run console dot let me put another signal here, maybe multiple. I'll put signal of 2 and I'll put multiple 2 equal to computed of this dot count. No, I'll put it as autopilot is sometimes so crazy. This dot multiple into 2. So I've written multiple 2. Whenever you update count, I'm going to set this dot multiple dot update old value plus 1 and I'm going to console log multiple plus this dot mul 2. So now what we have to check is we'll have to go to HTML and we'll add one more paragraph here where we will write multiple Within braces, I'll put multiple. Again, another P here, mul2. I'll put multiple 2. Let comes to here. Here now you can see multiple is 2. I'm going and mul2 is 4. I'm going to click set count. Now set count is 25. So the count is greater than, let me see. I have to make one more change. Here I'll set it to 5, not 20, because we have put here if the double count is greater than 10. I'll put it as 4 for clarity. Let me refresh it. I'll put set count, and now if you see, you don't see the multiple coming out there because double count is 8. Okay. Now, whenever the double count, so with this part is like when multiple is whenever you update the count, multiple should get displayed. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update count. You can see double count is 10. I'll update once more. You can see the multiple equal to 8 is coming out. See, because double count is greater than 2 and this dot multiple, whenever this dot multiple change, whenever the count changes again, the multiple is getting executed. Now, I'm going to put this in a separate function. Say multiple to update, and I'll put a button here and will be of multiple to update, which calls multiple to update. Now, there is a change. Now this multiple 2 will be updated or 2 plus 1 value or the old value only if we'll call multiple 2. That means the multiple 2 is part of this effect right now and it should execute whenever multiple 2 updates. Whenever you call multiple 2 update, this effect should call because it's a part of multiple 2. That is what we think. Let's see is that how the Angular is also behaving. We'll go here. I'll refresh once more. Count, double count is 0. The effect is returning. I'm going to click update count. You can see multiple has become 3, mul2 has become 6, but our effect didn't run. Why? Because when the first time when the effect run, this condition was not compiled. It was not the part of compilation, so Angular will not consider this. Angular will consider only those signals it executed in the first time or the last time for the next update. Now let me do it like this. If I put console log of mul2 over here, and we'll come over here, you can see multiple for count is 0 and multiple for both is executed. That means on the first time when this get compiled, both of this also get compiled. Both of this is so, and now the Angular will write the logic like this. We have to run this effect whenever the double count changes and whenever the multiple count changes. Now I'll update multiple 2. You can see both the effects are getting, all the console log is getting counted. Or even you can do like something, you just have to make sure that this multiple 2 is part of that particular update. So that's about effects. So we'll see in the next video. put your comments so that I can understand what is the review for what is your review.